Kaylan Finley, and my research paper was titled Polygamy, Mormon Women's Influence Throughout the Late 19th and Early 20th Century. I would like to thank the Booth Collaborative Advisory Committee for granting me this honor. This paper would not have been possible without staff and resources provided by Booth Library. I took historical research and writing last fall, which is under the instruction of Dr. Trevor Burrows. He is an amazing professor while also being a faculty member of Booth Library. Amy Adworka, another faculty member, was invited to our class multiple times to help us form our own research process and how to apply it to our paper. Without her help, this paper would not have been reached to its full potential, as coming into this, I was at a complete loss. All 13 references used throughout the paper were accessed through Booth Library. Having access to all these primary and secondary sources is what made the research so much better. The prompt for the paper was religion and American history, and the first thing that popped in my mind was Mormons and polygamy. This is a topic that has always interested me ever since I first learned about it in high school. When looking at sources, it stuck out to me how few women were talked about outside of the number of women involved in polygamous marriages. Because of this, I formed the topic of Mormon women's impact throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s. Through my research, I learned a lot about women involved in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Despite a lot of negative connotations towards the practice of polygamy, women learned to become independent, work to provide for their families, and become the heads of their households when their husband was away. Mormon women in Utah made their own publication titled The Women's Exponent, which was a newspaper that gave religious advice. This full publication was ran by only women. Legislation against polygamy was a hot topic at the time, and Mormon women worked hard enough to grant women the right to vote in Utah, which was only a territory at the time. Present-day feminists are astonished by the work that these women had done. By sending women to Washington, D.C., holding conventions and protests, and earning the right to vote, many of these accomplishments can be traced to society today. Even without the context of the practice of polygamy, women in this church were powerful for their time and had a strong enough voice to make a change, especially for those who did not have a voice. Thank you.